Hold on. So much better.
Hi, it's Maisha.
Hi. Sorry. Okay, I'm done.
Hi, it's Maisha from May's Best Picks, and today I'm going to talk about all the hyped romance books of 2021. The first book we're going to talk about is While We Were Dating, and this one I found that, like Jasmine Guillory's other books, is fun but also kind of forgettable. It's about this actress who gets involved with someone who works in publicity, and they start dating. Well, they have a fling, and then they have to do some things for publicity, so they publicize their relationship, and that's what it's about. Good but forgettable. 3 stars. The next book is The Soulmate Equation. I have read a lot of Christina books, and I like most of them, but her last few releases were not my thing. But this one I found was really fun. It's about this guy who invented this questionnaire which can show you who your soulmate is, and the main girl, Jess, is a single mother, and she matches with the founder of the company, and they have to fake date to promote the company. But the thing is, they don't get along because he was rude to her the first few times they met. So it's a hate to love-ish. I liked it. I gave this book a 4 stars. It was fun. The next book is People We Meet on Vacation. It's about Poppy and Alex, who were best friends for years, and they used to go on vacations, but something happened and now they're not friends anymore. But Poppy invites Alex to the vacation, to go on a vacation again, and they reconnect. This book goes back and forth from present day to one of their past vacations, like 7 years ago, then present day, 5 years ago, present day, then like 2 years ago, present day, like that. It's kind of random, but it was really fun. It's friends to lovers, which is not my thing, but I actually enjoyed it. I gave this book a 4 stars. It was a solid read. The next book is Second First Impressions. The only reason this isn't a 5 stars is because The Hating Game is one of my favorite books ever. I have read it like I don't even know how many times, and I also recently watched the movie, and I loved the movie.
The movie was amazing. Absolutely loved it.
We loved the movie. It was great. This one is about Ruthie, who works at an old people home, and a place where rich old people go, and Teddy, who starts working there as well. The first time they meet, Teddy actually mistakes her for an old lady. It's really funny. So they don't get along at first, but then they form a friendship, which then evolves into a relationship. It's really good. It's not as slow burn as The Hating Game, but it's so good. Next book is Hana Carries On. It's about this girl whose family owns their seafood restaurant, and they have a rival who moves in next door and opens another seafood store, but they have a bigger budget, and they come in and usually crushes their competition, and she does not get along with the son of the person who owns this chain of restaurants. They have really good banter at first, and Hana also has this podcast, and she is really close with one of her viewers who she chats with almost every day, and it has one of my favorite tropes ever, which is so rare, which is the "you have got mail" trope, where know each other in real life, but they don't know that they know the other person, and in letters or messages as well. I love that trope. If you have any recommendations for that trope, please leave them down below. I would read anything with that trope. I gave it a 5 stars. It was amazing. Pick this one up. The next book is Life's Too Short. It's about this girl who has to take care of her sister's baby, and one day the baby wouldn't stop crying, so her neighbor comes in to help her soothe the baby, and they become friends. Neither of them are looking for a relationship, and they are friends for most of the book. It's really good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Although I would say, even though the cover implies that it's a really fun, light book, it's not. It deals with a lot of heavy things like death of loved ones and terminal illnesses. So be careful going into that. I gave this book a 4 stars. I recommend it, but not for everyone. The next book is The Intimacy Experiment, which is about Naomi, who gets invited to the synagogue to give the sex positive a seminar. The rabbi is this young person who's trying to improve the image of this synagogue and to attract new people. They become a team. They develop a friendship, and they work together really hard to educate people. It was really fun. I liked it. I gave this book 4.5. I liked it way more than the first book, which I gave a 3. The next book is Twice Shy. It's about Mabel, who inherits her aunt's house, but when she gets there, she finds out that she has to share the house with the groundskeeper, Wesley. They don't get along at first, and but they have to work together. So it has forced proximity. It has one of my favorite tropes, but it's a spoiler, so I cannot tell you what it is. I liked it, but I didn't like it quite as much as You Deserve Each Other, so I gave it a 3.5. I mean, I'm not comparing it to You Deserve Each Other, but I think I was expecting too much when I read this book. Okay, the next book is One Last Stop. It's about August, who meets Jane on the subway, but what she doesn't know is Jane is actually stuck on the subway, has been stuck on the subway since 1970s. They meet every day, and it was so cute. I loved her dynamics with her roommates. I loved all the characters. They were so cute together as well. I love the ending. I gave this book a 4 stars. It was really good. Pick it up if you like magical realism type books. The next book is The Dating Plan. It's about Daisy, who is not interested in dating, but she is being hounded by her family to start dating. So she ropes Liam into fake dating her. Liam also needs someone to fake date for something as well. So Liam actually stood Daisy up for prom, and like Daisy, I would be petty as well, and she was it was so cute. I loved it. I gave it a 4.5. The next book is Act Your Age, Eve Brown. It's about Eve, who has been cut off by her family because her family felt like she was too flighty and didn't take anything too seriously. So she starts driving, and she finds this inn. She sees the sign that they're hiring, so she goes into interview. She does not pass, but when she tries to leave, she actually runs over the owner of the inn, Jacob, and she feels so guilty. So she starts working there, and it's very cute. I loved it. It was my favorite of the trilogy. I gave it a 4.5. The next book is Accidentally Engaged. It's Rina and Nadim were set up by their family as an arranged marriage thing, but neither of them are looking for a marriage. Nadim is actually Rina's neighbor because their families put them together, so they start dating, and they strike up a friendship, but they don't want it to go any farther. But Rina needs a fake boyfriend so she can participate in this couple's baking competition, and they start fake dating as well. The competition isn't as big of a part of the book as I was expecting, but it was still a fun read. I give it a 4. The next book...
Excuse me.
Bless you. The next book is A Float Plan. It's about this girl who lost her fiance to suicide a few months ago. So she decides that she would sail like her fiance had planned, but she doesn't really know how to sail, so she picks up this guy on the way, and they form a friendship. The guy is also going through a lot because he was a professional athlete, but then he lost his leg, and they're both going through so much, so they strike up a friendship, and it goes from there. I know the cover makes it seem like it's a very light, fun and fluffy book, but it's not. It deals with a lot of sad topics, so be careful before you read it. I gave this book a 4 stars. I really liked it. The next book is Much Ado About You. It's about this girl who gets picked to run a bookshop in Scotland, and she meets this guy, and things evolve from there. It's very wish fulfillment-y. It's not plausible, but it was so cute. I like the small town vibes. I like the couple. I gave this book a 4 stars. Thanks for watching. I'd really appreciate it if you like and subscribe.